The mirror guest. It was a house-sitting job. Simple, easy, remote. An old friend of my aunt's had left town for 2 weeks and needed someone to watch her Victorian manor tucked into a foggy edge of a small New England village. The place was elegant and cold. High ceilings, oil portraits, too many locked doors. She left only one rule in her note. Don't use the room at the end of the upstairs hallway. It has no light, and it's not empty. I should have listened. The rest of the house was uneventful. Dusty, yes. Odd smells here and there, but quiet. Until the fourth night, when I walked past the upstairs hallway and saw that the door, the one that was firmly shut when I arrived, was open. Just a crack. There was no light in that room, just blackness. But I swear I saw the glint of a mirror, way in the back. I stood for a while, unsure if I was seeing things. Then the door slowly creaked wider on its own. I didn't go in. Not then. I closed the door, locked it again, and told myself maybe the wind had pushed it open. But that night, every mirror in the house, from the bathroom to the wardrobe, was fogged over. And I hadn't used any hot water. The diary changed everything. I found it behind a loose panel in the master bedroom closet. Leather-bound, brittle, a woman's handwriting. He told me not to look into the mirror when the candles are out. I did. And now she watches me every night. One day she'll be strong enough to step through. There were sketches of a woman, pale, hair covering her face, hands pressed against glass. One entry read, "If you see your reflection blink when you do not, it's too late." I slammed the diary shut and realized the hallway felt colder than it had seconds ago. I broke the rule. The door was open again, and I couldn't help it. I stepped in with a flashlight, but it flickered and died the moment I crossed the threshold. The room smelled of old perfume and mildew. Heavy velvet curtains sealed the windows. In the center stood a single antique mirror, taller than me, framed in black wood. At first, the reflection was mine, pale, nervous. Then slowly, a second face began to appear beside me. Not quite visible, but present, a shape. I backed out and slammed the door. The face lingered in the mirror a moment longer and smiled. The next day, my reflection was wrong. Everywhere. It moved slower, or didn't move at all. When I scratched my head, it stayed still for a breath too long. When I looked away, I could feel it still watching me. At night, I dreamed I was inside the mirror, watching myself, waiting to be let out. And in the dream, I heard her voice. "Switch with me, just for a moment." I woke up to find the door open again. I packed my bags the next morning. I was going to leave. Screw the house-sitting money, but the front door was jammed. The locks turned, but nothing opened. The windows wouldn't budge. I called my aunt. The call dropped. When I tried again, the screen just reflected my face, and I wasn't holding the phone. That night, I boarded the mirror room shut. The boards rotted overnight. In the attic, I found more journals, all from different people, different years, same house, same mirror. I saw her in the corner of my eye. She looked like me. She took my daughter, my wife. I think I'm her now. One journal ended mid-sentence. The page was splattered in ink or blood. I made one final mistake. I stood in front of the mirror again. This time I spoke to it. I said, "What do you want?" The reflection smiled. "To be real." The glass rippled like water. A hand reached out, pale, cold, with broken nails. It touched my chest, and everything flipped. Now I'm in the mirror. I watch her walk around the house, in my body, with my voice, living my life. She smiles in the hallway mirror. She blinks when I don't. She answers phone calls. She looks into the eyes of strangers. But at night when she passes a mirror, she pauses. She knows I'm still here, watching, waiting. The house is still there. It's beautiful, quiet, big. You'll get the same note. Just watch the place. Don't go into the last room. You'll wonder what's inside. You'll look. And when the reflection doesn't follow you, you'll know. You let her out. The last window. When I moved into the top floor of the old brick building, the landlord only gave one instruction. Don't open the window at the end of the hallway. Not ever. It was a strange thing to say, and I laughed at first, thinking he was joking, but he didn't smile. This building has history, he said. Some windows look out. That one, it looks in. I moved in anyway. The apartment was small but perfect. Affordable, quiet, that kind of quiet that feels like the world forgot you, and maybe you're glad it did. The window was at the end of a narrow hallway, just past the stairwell, covered in grime, locked with an iron latch and painted over twice. I ignored it, for a while. But on the sixth night, I heard something. A whisper. It was faint, just a soft hush, like someone dragging their hand across glass. I stood in the hallway staring at the window, heart thudding. Nothing moved, but I swear, the grime on the glass had thinned, like it wanted me to see. The dream started next. I'd wake up sweating, convinced I'd seen someone standing outside the window. But my room didn't even face that side of the hallway. One night I dreamed I walked down the hall and the window was clean, perfectly clear. Outside was blackness, total dark, except for a shape, a woman. Pale, hair hanging down, eyes white, her hand against the glass. She was mouthing something. When I woke, the hallway light was on. I hadn't left it on. I began to avoid the hallway altogether, but the dreams got stronger. She was in them now every night, sometimes inside the apartment, sometimes behind me, whispering, "Just open it, just for a second. I want to see you." The landlord didn't answer my calls anymore. I tried to leave, once, but when I reached the front door, the handle shocked me. A spark, like static, but hot. It burned, and upstairs the whispering began again. I made the mistake of touching the latch, just to see if it really wouldn't open. It moved, just a click, but enough. The window cracked, just a sliver, and for the first time, I saw something move on the other side. Not light, not shadow, a face, pressed against the glass, upside down, watching. Since then, the apartment no longer felt like mine. Mirrors stayed fogged. My voice echoed strangely, like someone else was speaking with me. The reflection in the kitchen window lagged behind. I saw her, more often now, in corners, in dreams, in reflections, in my breath on the window. She was waiting, not to be let in, to let me out. Last night I stood in front of the window, my hand on the latch, the whispering so loud it drowned out my thoughts. She said, "You're already here. Just finish it." I think I did. I don't remember opening it, but I don't remember closing it either. The apartment is quiet again. The landlord shows it to a young man, tells him the place is small but affordable. Quiet, the top floor. "Just one thing," he says. "Don't open the window at the end of the hallway." He smiles, but his reflection in the glass does not.